Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
Not everybody.
We're back to talk the one reality show each week that gives us a little bit of extra joy added to our lives because there's no way we are as crazy. This is 90 Day Fiance. We are in season 11 here, episode 3. Make sure you like to subscribe to your TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all of your 90 Day Fiance coverage, all of your other reality TV coverage, including 2 finales this week, The Traitors US season 3 and Love is Blind season 8 on Netflix. Also, reunions for both of those shows. So make sure you hit the notification bell. You won't miss a thing. Oh, Brian, this episode, it's just a lot of more of the same, but not in a bad way for us, but in a definite bad way for all of these couples. Nothing really positive for any of the couples. You could really start anywhere. And frankly, just red flags all over the place. Even our Shekinah and Sarper, who we've known for a long time, a lot of
Mhm.
negativity with them as well that we'll get to. Brian, there's so much of a mess here. Which couple do you want to start with?
Let's start with them just because even though there was a lot of drama, I still think they're going to be totally fine. Like they're like the franchise face. They're not going anywhere. It's just, I don't know. I can't take that dude seriously. Like his eyes are bugging me out sometimes when he's like trying to be serious. I will be cute and not an asshole. And it's just, oh man, it's just,
With the aside that I frankly think the whole family is in on it. I think the sister knows what to say. I think the dad and mom know what to say, etc. Right? This dude, but let's just say you're taking this all at face value, right? And it could be, if this is 100% real, right, Brian? I've been laughing about this since I met them last season, where I'm like, this guy is just waiting for like anything to go wrong. Like he's like looking for something to go wrong. He kind of wants something to go wrong. But her statements tonight are really, they're baffling, where she's like, yeah, what if we do get in a fight and I want to throw him out? That is kind of crappy because
yeah,
then where does he go? It's like,
my
chick,
friend.
chick. Two things. One, if you're worried about that, you shouldn't be bringing him because that's toxic. And two, the more importantly, us as parents here, your almost adult daughter is telling you that she thinks it's such a bad, weird look that you're with this guy and she doesn't like him and she doesn't like you with him. And she just blows that off, dude. And
No.
that part to me is always just the worst of all the things in this show.
Yep, they all have a little bit of a dash of craziness in them, and they just, yeah, that was. Yeah, yeah. I think it's just I can't take it seriously with them because I just don't believe it. But like if it happened to I think another couple that we've been seeing, then maybe I would probably lean into it a little more. But yes, they're just cuckoo. They're not real people.
They're very good at this show. They're
Yeah.
very good at it.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people though aren't doing very good, Brian. I mean, frankly, it's going to be a great competition here to see who, frankly, the worst couple is. I keep looking, I keep bouncing between who I think is in the worst spot. Um, we didn't see Juan this week with the kids, right? That dude's brain is ready to melt. I think that one is pretty close.
He's
But
about to get
I
called
would
out next week.
I want to talk
So
about Greg and Joan though, right? Joan made her arrival on Long Island. Let's keep the vernacular correct here, Brian. Um, he cried to his mom in the living room. He waited until she got in the car with him on the drive home to tell her that she, at the moment, is not allowed to sleep in the same room with her fiance, who she traveled 7,000 miles to live with. Uh, I mean, look, it's just not going to work with the mom, dude. And she's not wrong, but it's just not going to
Mhm.
work. I feel bad for this chick. I really, really feel bad for her.
Same. I actually really like her. I mean, it was our first interaction with her, and she seems really cool. And it just you don't want to see this happen to these like nice people like this where. They seem like they actually like each other though. Like the situation isn't good, but they actually seem like they like each other. So I kind of want it to work out for them, but I just again like they need to get their own place, but I just don't think it's gonna do it, especially if this guy doesn't have a job. You
Well,
know what I
it's
mean?
one of the more pure ones, right? Because she's definitely
Yeah.
not leaving him for like leaving her country because he's got money, right? Or she's
Right,
not leaving him, it
exactly.
looks like, for the green card type situation because she was pretty successful at home. It does
Right.
genuinely seem like she's taking a chance at love. And I think it's going to be really straining on them, though, when you even see with things like in the preview where he's claiming that he's turned down work. And that's going to put a big strain on her and them
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
it's just tough, man. Whether you're living with parents and you're in a good financial situation or family members, whether you are or not, decisions like that really are going to affect a lot of people. And this guy, I think for both sides, his mom and her, if this dude just put his head down and worked a little harder, I think he would alleviate both sides a lot more.
Mm. How about when they were talking about like, oh, we'll keep the door open? It's like one of the things. Remember when your parents, not my parents,
Yeah.
but like keep one foot on the ground.
Again, she's an old school man. The lady's probably
Yeah.
what, like late 60s, 70s. Like that's very, very fair. You
Mhm.
don't know what his past has been. I don't think he was a playboy or anything, but you don't know, right? You don't know what
Right.
the family history is. And again, this is a if this guy, and this is a pet peeve of mine too, when you're a guy like him living at home. I'm not saying that this is always the case, but you're talking about trying to like work your way out to go get your own place, but like it doesn't seem like you're there really even helping your mom, right? Like maybe first step is like if you're gonna bring your fiance to live with you, like you figure out a way to like contribute to that home. So you could also show your wife or future wife that like you have some respect.
Ability. Yeah.
Right. I don't think the mom would care as much about them having a door closed if he was
Right.
paying
Yeah. If he
rent
was spending all his money, not spending all his money on like bread and food.
and traveling to
Yeah.
Uganda, frankly.
Yeah. What do you
Um,
think of the bread? What do you think of the bread thing?
so it's cute, man. I get it. I'm all about the dreams, but like you don't have someone upend their entire lives if you don't have a little bit more of a plan other than being on this show.
Yeah.
Um, I do sometimes laugh that they don't acknowledge that they do make some money from this show. And they're always like, he's got to make some money. And it's like, I'm like, well, you got on the show. So you want me to
Yeah.
get
I
some?
don't think they get paid until it airs, though.
No, yeah, yeah. I get that.
So,
But then that's a while sometimes.
right.
These are long seasons. Um, Frankly, Brian, I feel like the thruple is worth talking about next week. They didn't really give us anything. They went there, but like besides the fact that we think it's weird that they're going to try to assimilate the family and also that they've semi-ruined their storyline by all the current posting they're doing and TLC even posting it for them about
Yeah.
the current situation, which I'm trying not to spoil for other people if they don't know about it here. Like, but
Anybody watching the show knows, man.
yeah,
They're
them being pregnant and the whole thing, like it's interesting. It's weird.
and especially just who it is. It being Jasmine is also just like that's another person that like her and and God, I can't even remember his name. Nico, Nino, whatever. They're just been on the show so many times. Like they're kind of like Shekinah and Starper, where they've been on like a lot of seasons. Like where I am, I'm in the back end of these, and I feel like I'm watching them constantly. But
Sean,
yeah,
you're talking about, right?
what?
Sean, right? Sean and Aaliyah. Oh no, they're coming next week,
Oh
right?
no, I'm talking about Jasmine and Nico, or the
Oh yeah,
guy,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
the one that the guy got pregnant.
Oh God, yeah, yeah.
So but like they tried when she was like I feel like she had a weird sentence today where she's like I feel bad leaving my kids to go like date and it's like what do you think your kids are going to be like when they're old enough to understand what they're watching here? And she's making comments like that. Like, hey, me and your dad, we love each other. We're going to get divorced so we can bring somebody else in to be on TV. It's just like, it's just not a good look.
Again, look, I know that it's not the responsibility of TLC or any producers to be like
Oh,
monitoring
no.
people's lives, but like frankly, there's almost a level in my head. I'm like, you people need to not. I guess like these people are probably going to do it one way or another, but it's like knowingly having I can't imagine being, we've talked about this in the past, like being one of the cameramen or sound people assigned to that couple has got to be like really hard to watch when you have to like watch the kids' reactions and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to go hug them.
They were a few years older, like kind of similar to the Irish couple we covered last season, like where
Yeah,
they
was
kind
it
of have
Sean
a
and
thing. Yeah, the other New York chick.
Sean and yeah, and the other New Yorker.
And I didn't even realize that the Ani has three kids too. I thought she was younger. She's like 37 or 35. I'm like, so they're gonna just ruin five kids' lives.
Dude, this show is the show to ruin kids' lives. It's got to be so embarrassing to be a
Yeah,
kid who is of any age where people could know what's going on. And to
yeah,
me, that's basically like middle school and up. Like it will be
yeah.
pretty obvious or find out that you were on a TV show or one of your parents was on it, and these kids are going to get brutalized.
And
They got
then like what? Yeah, and
brutalized.
then like the dad's gonna get Jasmine pregnant. It's just crazy, man. It's crazy.
Another one that is highly one combustible, highly two irresponsible. It's Mark and Mina. the more and more this goes, now look, we got totally what we like to refer to guys as a Jersey Shore edit on this one, meaning that they show everything you're going to see that for the next episode in the preview, and you won't actually get anything further than what we saw in a trailer, which is exactly what happened here. Um, Mina and Mark sitting in their hot tub. I mean, we could talk about the stupid stuff like the convenience store and the blah blah blah. Like she's not going to want to live in that town. No crap, it's a retirement town. But fact that she literally is just like calling his daughter a snake. She's openly saying she's my enemy.
Mhm.
She's not allowing him to sleep in bed with her. And like this guy, like, I'm sorry, but like you're in a really bad spot because yeah, you do need to defend your daughter, but unfortunately you have multiple daughters now. One who's a 1 year old or 2 year old, another one who's like a 40 year old. So guess what? Like really sucks for your original kids because you did choose to basically replace them. You can't now, like, unless you just want to like send her back to Paris and for the rest of your life, you're just going to be paying child support to this lady, and then she's probably going to sue your ass, and you're going to have to somehow end up paying more shit.
Right. And
Idiot.
I mean, we're both on the newer side of being parents, but like, shame on him for not even like having diapers at the house.
No
I,
high chair, dude. And he
Yeah,
brings
I
her
mean
to
the
like
high chair.
the
Okay,
antique
I can look past
store.
the high chair. Doing no diapers is like unacceptable. And I thought it was really funny. She's like, "Do you sell lamb chops here? Do you have fresh mushrooms at a gas station?"
What a jerk, dude.
But he should
Honestly,
have taken her to a supermarket. Like,
to me, that almost had to be set up. Like that almost
yeah,
had
I can
to
see it
be
being
like
fake.
a, hey, look, like there's a Walmart here, but like we're gonna pretend like he only brought you here, and or
Right.
like he had the stuff, and they're like, okay, well, she hates your daughter. What else can we do until you guys meet? Because there's literally gonna be nothing else. Because
Mhm.
guess what? This town, they've seen everything on the drive in, right? So there's not a lot for them to chew on other than her knowing the daughter hates her. It's basically all
Yeah,
they got.
I can totally see that. I just laughed at that. It's just like his
I wouldn't be
origin.
surprised to not see them next. Were they in the preview? Because I'd be surprised to not see them next week. Because like, what else are they gonna like talk about next week?
Yeah, I don't remember. I think they really the Juan stuff is really the bomb next week, where he's going to get caught up for maybe possibly cheating.
Oh, you mean the cruise bartender
The
somehow
cruise bartender.
maybe had wandering eyes? Yeah,
Whatever. I don't know. That seemed like me. What do you think of the I mean the last couple really is the Maddie stuff.
I feel for the guy because the most real moment of this whole episode was when he realized he was talking crap on Iran and was like, I need to stop because
Yeah.
they're gonna go hurt my family. And I was like, I was not laughing. It's funny. I was like, gee,
Yeah.
this is rough, man.
But you're getting like I like when he ate that was it a baguette? What do you have?
Yeah, he had like a beignet.
Yeah, like when he like they had been some cool real moments of him like trying the food and he's like, "Holy crap, this is really good. I want to send this like home." Or just like seeing people singing in the streets like, "Hey, you can't walk a dog in the streets of where I'm from." Those kind of things I think are actually really cool to learn and hear about, but yeah, and then the boob pictures too. Like what
She's not being very sensitive to the
no.
adjustment he needs to make, and she is making it all about herself. And
Yep.
frankly, she's going to, when this inevitably falls apart, is going to blame him and wanting to go home and all like that. But like she could have made this whole thing so much easier on him for just frankly saying over these first few days, I really understand. And it would break
Yep.
my heart. But
Exactly.
if you chose to go back, I would support you. I don't know if we could stay together though, but that's all even if you don't mean it and it's really hard, that's the type of crap you have to stay and say, like, well,
Mhm.
I understand. And like, but I'm hoping that since you've made this decision, you've thought about it more than just like before, like the moment you came, right? But instead, she's just showing this sad faces, and all of her confessionals are just about how she feels.
Yeah.
Nothing about the fact that this guy's worried his family might get like arrested. Like she don't give a crap. That's how it comes off to me.
No, I mean classic that to me that's very classic Americans on the show. Me.
I had to wait for years. It's like you didn't actually. You could have just dated someone
Yeah,
in
you could date
Mississippi.
somebody else. Just yeah, miss me. Yeah. Stupid.
But no, you had to have someone who lives from Tehran. Like,
Yeah.
and put
Stupid.
this guy in a bad spot. He's already like, if he's genuinely worried, he's already talked enough crap that I feel again, thankfully, I don't think they have TLC in Iran. I don't know that, but I say that now. We've got somebody who's one of our listeners like, Bill, I'm in Tehran right now. And we're popped for this stuff.
I think I saw like comments on Reddit where it's like they won't it all depends on, they might not show this show because it could be so loose cannon and
But the
like,
government will know about it.
yeah, right. So it can already be on the ban list.
I mean, I feel for a lot of these people. This is an interesting one to see where things are going to go, but
Mhm.
there's a powder keg, Brian, coming. It's a
Oh yeah.
powder keg for a lot of these couples. Uh, we got a lot going on this week. Like I had mentioned, we have a few season finales of some of our shows. The Traders US season 3 will have its finale and reunion this week. Also, Love is Blind season 8 with its finale and reunion. Also, not just the finales, we have a premiere. The Amazing Race is back tomorrow, Wednesday night. Look out for that review Thursday, Friday. A lot of Wednesday, Thursday shows going on this week. So a little bit of a backlog. If you're into Bravo, Brian's doing Summer House. We do both Charleston shows. We also do Love and Hip Hop from VH1. So plenty of variety for you guys. Check us out, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all at The Reality Guys. But until next review, thank you so much for watching. Peace.